Hello everyone, you're welcome back to HBQ, and in today's video I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful bikini bra. Here are the list of things we'll be needing for this tutorial. A ball of yarn, a measuring tape, a crochet hook, I'm using 3.5mm hook, yarn needle, I'm using this stainless steel, one stitch marker, and the scissors. To begin, we'll be pulling out our yarn from the middle. That is how I prefer to crochet, pulling this part out and locating where the other end is. To make this bikini bra, we'll be starting off with making the straps, and for the strap I'll be using 3 strands of yarn, and I'm going to chain loosely. So first off, I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to chain as long as 35 inches, but I'm going to chain loosely because that is how I want my strap to be. I want to chain loosely, and to chain loosely all you have to do is make sure you're not chaining this way. Instead, drag your yarn open like this, give it enough space before chaining through. So extend it a bit, yarn over, pull through, extend it a bit, yarn over, pull through, and that is what I'm going to do until I get a total of 35 inches when I measure with my tape measurement. I have made a chain long enough to be 35 inches. You can do 30 to 35 inches, but of course you can chain as long as you want. And after this, I'm going to cut one of my yarn strands because I'll be making this bikini bra with just 2 strands of yarn, and I decided to cut this one. I'm just going to, you can use your scissors, but I guess I'm already used to cutting with my hands. So at this point you're going to chain 3, and that 3 chain stands out as our very first double crochet because the stitches we'll be using for this bikini bra is double crochet and single crochet. Now for our very first double crochet, we're going to chain 3 to make our very first double crochet, but we're not going to chain as loose as our straps are. We're going to make it a tight chain, or rather a normal chain. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, and 3. The reason I'm holding my yarn very close to this part is because I cut one of it and I actually need it to make sure it blends with my work. Now I've chained 3, and that chain 3 is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make another double crochet into this. Remember, our first chain 3 stands as our very first double crochet. So I'm going to make our second and third double crochet into the 4th space. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, which is our very first double crochet, and yarn over, insert my hook into the 4th one, yarn over, pull it out, and I have 3 loops on my hook, and I'm going to yarn over, pull it out of 2, yarn over, pull it out of 2. That is my second double crochet. I'm going to make the 3rd one. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull it out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now this is my very first row. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my stitch marker and insert my stitch marker in the middle stitch. We have 3 double crochets here, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to insert my stitch marker into the 2nd one, which is the middle one, because that is where we'll be doing our increase. I don't need to insert this because I obviously know when I get to the middle, but because this is a beginner friendly video and I'm trying to carry everyone along so you don't miss any stitches, insert your hook into the middle one, which is the 2nd one from the hook. Now we're going to chain 2 to turn your work around. Chain 1 and 2, turn your work around, do another double crochet into this very first stitch here, just one double crochet, and into this stitch we put our stitch marker. We're going to make 3 double crochet. That is our increase. We're going to be making 3 double crochet into every middle stitch. Now we've made our first, and on our second we would insert our stitch marker to mark that as our middle stitch, and then we'll make the final double crochet into that very stitch, into that very stitch. Now we have 3 double crochets into one stitch, and we're going to do our very last double crochet in our chain 3 space. Okay, that might be hard, but make sure you grab your yarn out. Now we are done with row 2, and we are going to repeat this process from this point to our rows 19. But I'm going to do a few more rows on camera to help you people follow along. I'm going to chain 2 to begin my next row, and when I chain 2, I'm going to turn my work around and do a double crochet. Again, to make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull it out, yarn over, pull it out of 2, yarn over, pull it through the other 2. I'm going to repeat the same until I get to the part where we have our stitch marker. Now I've gotten to the part where we have our stitch marker. I'm going to move our stitch marker. I'm going to press it open as though you are pressing a safety pin. Now I'm going to make a double crochet into this. I'm going to make 3 double crochets into this because it's our middle stitch, and I've made the first one. Now I'm going to make the second one into that same stitch. And once you make your second double crochet into the middle stitch, you have to put in your stitch marker to mark that as the middle stitch for the next row. Then you're going to complete it with the third double crochet into the same stitch. Now we have 3 double crochets into one stitch. We're going to complete our row. Then for the next row, as usual, we're going to chain 1, 2 and turn our work around. If you notice, our work is increasing. It's like forming a triangle. That is how to make this bra, bikini bra. You're going to keep increasing until the length of the bra cup, depending on your size or on the size of whoever you're making it for. Now going to yarn over the same thing, do your double crochets until the middle stitch. I had to pull out more yarn off camera. Now we're going to continue. Yarn over, insert our hook, make more double crochets. I always have a habit of picking out whatever is in my yarn. I don't care what it is, I pick it out as long as it's not part of the yarn. Now we've got into the middle stitch, the part with our stitch marker. We're going to remove our stitch marker. We're going to make our very first double crochet into that stitch. We're going to make our several double crochet into that stitch. And in our second double crochet, we are going to insert our stitch marker because that marks the middle of our next row. Now we're going to make our very third double crochet into that same stitch. We're going to make 1 double crochet all the way down. So remember, the only place you increase, the only place you make 3 double crochets are wherever your stitch marker is. You don't make 3 double crochet in any other part. You just make 1 double crochet in each stitch and 3 double crochets in the stitch with your stitch marker in it. So now we've gotten to the end of this row. We're going to chain 2 and turn our work around. After this row, I'll go off cam to complete my 19 rows of increased stitches, and then I'll come back and show you what I'll do on my 20th row and how to end how to make the last row, or rather how to make our edges. Now I've gotten to the middle part again. I've removed my stitch marker and I'm going to make 3 more double crochets into this. Don't forget, always insert your stitch marker on the second double crochet so you don't forget where you're supposed to do your increase for the next row, and you do your last double crochet into it. When you get used to crochet, you don't need a stitch marker. You could easily tell this is the middle. For beginners, I advise you use your stitch marker to avoid making mistakes and unraveling and redoing everything all over. So yes, this is it. This is our 5th row. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. I'm going to make extra rows to get to my row 19, and I'm going to come back here and explain what I'll be doing on my 20th row and how I'll be doing my edge. I have completed my 19th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now the last row would be rows 20. Now to make rows 20 is going to be different. We are going to remove our stitch marker because we won't be doing any increases on rows 20. So we'll chain 1 and 2 and turn our work around. For rows 20, we'll be making what is called front post and back post stitches. I will be explaining how to, but before that, the very first stitch is going to be a regular double crochet stitch, and the second one is going to be a front post stitch, the third one a back post stitch, the fourth one is going to be a front post, the fifth a back post. We are going to be alternating between front post and back post. Now this is how to make a front post stitch, a front post double crochet. You yarn over. Instead of inserting my hook here, which is supposed to be the correct place to insert my hook, I'm going to insert, this is the stitch I want to, I already worked on this one. This is the next stitch to work on. Instead of working on top, I'm trying to get a clearer view of this. And instead of working on top, I'm going to work by the side. So I'm going to insert my hook here and bring it out here. So I'm pushing this stitch towards me. That is why it's a front post. Now again, let me do it one more time. When you yarn over to make your double crochet, you insert your hook in this hole. Since you already worked on the first one and you're aiming to work on the second one, you would insert your hook in the space beside the stitch you want to work in, and then you bring it out on the other side, and you're going to yarn over and pull it out. Now you have 3 loops. You're going to complete your double crochet by yarn over, pulling out of 2, and then yarn over, pulling out of the other 2. That is a front post because you brought it forward to you. That is why it's a front post. Now for your back post, you yarn over. You're going to be working on this stitch, right? Instead of making this a front post by working by the sides to bring it forward to us, we're going to put it backwards. So we're going to put our hook behind and insert it beside the stitch we want to work in, and then take it to the other side of the stitch we want to work in. Now we're pushing that stitch backwards. That's why it is the back post. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull it out. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to make our double crochet. So now we have our first front post double crochet and back post double crochet. We're going to complete this. We're going to do the same thing all the way down, alternating between front post and back post. Now the next one should be front post because the last one was a back post. Yarn over beside our stitch, beside the stitch we want to work in. We're going to put our hook and bring it out from the other side of the stitch. Now we're going to yarn over and pull it out of there. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to complete our double crochet. For the back post, behind, we're going to insert our hook beside the stitch we intend to work in. Then insert the hook on the other side of the same stitch. And we are pulling it backwards we're going to complete our double crochet, and we have our third and fourth row of double crochet, and our third and fourth stitch of our front post and back post. Now we're going to do another front post. So this is all we are going to keep doing until the last one on this row. And on the last one on this row, we're going to do a regular double crochet just like we did when we were starting, just on top, not front post, not back post. So we're going to yarn over, insert your hook beside, bring it out of the other side, yarn over, pull it out, complete your double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook behind, bring it out of the other side, yarn over, pull it out, yarn over, pull it out of two, yarn over, pull it out of two. This might not be so easy for starters, but with time you'll get the hang of it. Practice makes perfect, right? So this is what so far it looks like. Now this is what we're trying to achieve, because I already made my other part of the wrap up. We're trying to achieve this design, and not just because of the design, because it's cute, I mean, but then this is where we're going to put our strap. The strap we're going to tie behind, and this is a personal option. You can decide to make your double crochets regular, but I like adding some flavor to my work, so yeah, that's how I prefer it. So we did a front post, we'll be doing a back post next. Yarn over, insert your hook, bring it out of the other side, yarn over, pull it out, have 3, make 2 and 2. So I'm going to do this on camera. I'm not going to do the rest off cam. Probably it will help you get the hang of it when you keep looking at the process while I'm doing it. This might not seem so easy and might not be easy at first, but believe me, when you learn how to, it's easy. One of the other places you could use this stitch is weaving. When you are making something like your sweater, your hand weaving, or your or the down weaving of the sweater, even the neck weaving too. You can also use this for a short. You can use this for basically anything weaving. We are getting close to the end of the row. I'm going to explain the front post and back post again in these remaining stitches. Now for the front post, yarn over, This is the stitch we want to work on. So we're going to insert our hook beside it and bring it out on the other side of it, and yarn over and pull it out and complete our double crochet by pulling it out of 2 and pulling it out of 2. We're going to yarn over again, insert our hook, insert it beside this 2, yarn over, pull it out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert our hook on one side, bring it out on the other side, yarn over, pull it out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now that is the last front post and back post stitch. For the last stitch, we're going to make a normal double crochet, not a front post, not a back post. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull it out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That is our 20th stitch for this bra, for this bikini bra. Now for our edge, we're going to chain 1 and make single crochets. Chain 1, turn our work around. We're going to make single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. That is our last stitch for this bikini bra. So just in case you don't know how to make a single crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull it out. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull it out of all 2. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull it out. 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull it out of all 2. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull it out. You have 2, yarn over, pull it out of all 2. That is what I'm going to do until the end of the row. Now this is our last stitch we're about to make. So we insert our hook, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're done with our last row for this bikini bra. We're going to chain 1 and cut our yarn. See, I'm always used to cutting with my hands, but for the sake of this video I'm going to use the scissors. Then you pull it. When you chain 1, you pull it out and you pull it, and then we're going to weave our yarn into our yarn needle so we can hide this end. To hide our end, we are going to weave your yarn into your yarn needle, and you're going to pass your yarn needle through your work. And for this project, we'll be passing it under our single crochet stitch. I hope this is clear enough. So you mustn't exactly hide the whole yarn. You mustn't exactly hide the whole yarn. And at this point, I'm just going to stop here. Before you pull this out, make sure on the other side your yarn needle is not showing, and on this side your yarn needle is not showing. That is how you know you are hiding it the right way. And pull it out and bring out your yarn needle from this and adjust your work and cut your yarn. You can decide to hide the whole thing, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's secure enough. Now that is it. The next thing we're going to do is, with 3 strands of yarn, just like we did when we were making this part, we're going to make a chain long enough to tie on our back. The same chain, the same strap, you're going to insert it here and here, joining the 2 bra cups together. So when we tie this on our neck, then we can tie this on our back. To make the back straps, we'll be using 3 strands of yarn. We'll start by making a slip knot and chaining. I'm making a chain that is as long as 100 inches, and we're going to chain loosely, just like we did for the strap of the neck. I have made my last chain. Now to end this, my strap is as long as 100 inches, and to end this I'm going to cut this somewhere here and pull it out. In case you're wondering how long this is, our bikini bra is, and this is for size medium. It is starting from where I did my first row to the end. It is 8 inches and 8.5 inches, and this part is 6.5 inches. That is the size of the bra I made, and this is for size medium. Now what we're going to do is we're going to thread this strap into this. Insert your hook into this bumpy front post. So insert your hook by the side, break it out on the other side, insert your hook by the side of the next one, only on the bumpy ones, bring it out on the other one. I'm going to ignore this one, I'm going to do it on this one. So insert your hook, bring it out, ignore this one. On the other one, insert your hook, bring it out, ignore this one. On this one, insert your hook, bring it out. And for the last one, ignore this one, insert your hook, bring it out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take one part of your strap and we're going to weave it into this by holding it tightly to the crochet hook and pulling it out. This can be tricky sometimes and you might not get it right. I think I'm getting something wrong, or maybe not. Okay, yeah, so you draw this out, and again, let me explain this one more time, then I'll do the rest off camera. On the bumpy part, insert your hook, bring it out, skip the next one, insert your hook, bring it out, skip the next one, insert your hook, bring it out. It's so simple. This is all you have to do. Then hook to the yarn and then pull it out and draw it. All I'm trying to achieve here is threading our strap to our bra cup. That is all I'm trying to do, and I'm going to do this for both bra cup. I'm done with the first cup. I'll go ahead and do the second one, and for the second one I'll be using this side of the yarn too. So I'll be looking for the right side, which is, for me, this is the right side of my work, and I would insert my hook the same way and thread it. And pull it out. I would go ahead and complete it. So here now we are done with our bikini bra. This strap is for our neck, and this strap is for the back, and we are done with our bikini bra. Please do not forget to like, comment and share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be making more videos and crochet tutorials.